American way.
And you're about to do Pamela Pupkin's New Year, New Me workout. This is Ellen. And we're about to Pamela walk through fear this year. Come on. I said Pamela walk through fear this year. We're gonna wake up early and do a little twirly. We're gonna wake up early and do a little twirly. Make some goals, lose some rolls. Make some goals, lose some rolls. Make some goals, lose some rolls. Make some goals and lose some rolls. We're making money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. We're making money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. We're making money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-ching.
Well, hey, happy last day of January. Y'all know how I love to get ready in front of you. This is like my little introduction of caring more about the message than the look. So, welcome to Get a Life Astrology with TMZ. It has been a busy beginning to 2022. And we're now about to enter a new level in this age of Aquarius season. Happy birthday to all Aquariuses. And it's the Aquarius moon, new moon today. So when the sun is opposite the moon, but they're in the same signs, that's a new moon. I'm sorry, not opposite. I said that wrong. When the sun is opposite the moon, it is in the opposite sign, which would be the full moon. When it is in the same sign and conjunct, it is the new moon, which means the sun is the moon is being blocked. Something like that, y'all. The moon is dark, totally dark when it's a new moon, because we're stepping into a new energy, a new season of sorts. When it is full moon, the sun is shining all the way on it so we can see it in the sky. All right. So the full moon will be in 2 weeks in Leo. But right now we're talking about the new moon in Aquarius. We're also talking about all these Capricorn energies right now. We just left Capricorn season, not just left, but it's been a week and a half basically. But we have Venus that was in retrograde in Capricorn for quite some time. And she is now direct. She went direct on the 29th. Again, today is January 31st. And we also have Mercury in retrograde that will be going direct on Thursday, February the 3rd or 4th. And February the 3rd, I was right. February the 3rd, and Mercury's also in Aquarius. Mercury's in Capricorn. It started its retrograde in Aquarius. So you see how I'm like tongue twisted right now? That's part of Mercury retrograde. But yes, Mars has entered Capricorn on the 24th of January. So we have Mars, the planet of action, determination, initiation of things, is in the hardworking sign of Capricorn. We have Mercury, the planet of communication and information, in Capricorn in retrograde. We have Venus, the planet of wants, desires, beauty, relationships, in Capricorn. We just had the moon in Capricorn the last 2 days, and the sun just left Capricorn. I believe one of the asteroids is in Capricorn too, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Vesta. But we're going to have to talk about all this challenging but not all bad energy. Oh, how can I leave out Pluto? Pluto's been in Capricorn since 2009. We got to talk about that. Lastly, we got to talk about a few of these aspects. I started on TikTok earlier today talking about the Mercury sextiling, Mercury in retrograde sextiling Neptune. Now, you all know I've talked about Neptune to death the past 2 years, and I've also talked about sextiles. The aspect sextiles is normally good. It means you hear the word sex in it, so it means compatible. It means you work well together, but not all these aspects are good, especially with Neptune being in its rulings of sign, its rules, Pisces, which means if you're in a planet that your sign rules, the planet rules your sign. That's what I'm trying to say. Work with me, y'all. Work with me. And it's like all of us want to come out with this Mars and Capricorn energy. All of us podcasters and influencers want to come out and say so many things, but I see our struggles. It's kind of come together though. But we're just going to get to all these things. So let's begin first with, let's go back to the Capricorn things first, and then we'll end with the new moon in Aquarius. Okay, I wanted to bring the crinkly bangs. This is all Venus in Capricorn going direct now. Now, Venus in Capricorn, let's just start with her. Venus is definitely the divine feminine planet, the energy of women. And Capricorn, all earth signs and water signs are feminine energy as well. So Venus being in Capricorn is kind of beautifying yourself, bringing your relationship back together. Venus is also, feeling your best, looking your best, and finances as well. Working on your finances. These Capricorn energies can be challenging because Capricorn represents authority. It also represents, even though it's a feminine sign, it represents father figures. It represents the government. We've talked about that before too. And Capricorn can be that old goat, that wise old owl, but it's also like the grandfather. Saturn ruled sign. Saturn also previously ruled Aquarius, which is the new energy. It could be wise and old itself, but it brings new energy. It's like the cool grandpa, or the grandpa that stays hip. I had an uncle who used to be a Tuskegee Airman, and I was so shocked. He's still alive, but I haven't seen him in a few years. I was so shocked to see him using an iPhone. This had to be like 2015, and my mother still had a flip phone. And honestly, my mother just got her iPhone, I want to say 2 years ago now. So anyway, and still doesn't know how to use it. Anyway, Mars went into Capricorn. So Venus has been in Capricorn, I want to say, at least a month and a half now. And her and Mars are like boyfriend and girlfriend. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. Aries is the masculine energy. Scorpio is the feminine energy. They're going to be traveling together for a while through Capricorn and Aquarius. So this is really important. These Saturn ruled signs bring challenges, but they're not all bad. It's like you have to go through the breakdown. And I think I said this in a previous episode, to go through the breakthrough. So Mars went into Capricorn on January 24th. It's been like a week. It has been a week. And Venus is right there with Mars and Capricorn too. So now that they're both kind of back together again, and they both are one of the signs other than Mercury closest to the sun, they'll travel fast and travel kind of at the same speed. Now, Mercury retrograde ends on the 3rd. Again, Mercury retrograde began when Mercury went into Aquarius, and now Mercury's back in Capricorn. Just a few days ago, Mercury went back into Capricorn. I don't have the date down, I don't think, but Mercury went back into Capricorn and conjuncted, which means blended energy, good or bad. And since it's in retrograde, sometimes it's challenging. We won't say it's good or bad, but it conjuncted with Pluto in Capricorn at the 26th and something degree, almost 27th, because again, we got to talk about that Pluto return too, but we'll do that separately. I want that to be just as detailed as the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio was. And even though I waited till the day it happened, and I might wait till the day it happens when Pluto returns, which is on February 22nd, 2022, I want it to be very detailed because Pluto's been in its return. Actually, we're already feeling the effects. And Pluto being the slowest planet slowly but surely changes things. So those in the truther world who know about, the truth that we've been trying to find, and those who are on the fence and those who are totally on the other side are just waiting for the receipts. And there have been receipts dropping, but they're just too slow for some people, to put it in better terms. So going back to Mercury in Capricorn and retrograde, It has already passed the degree. And matter of fact, let me get 1 second to show you all what the current charts look like so that you can see the degrees I'm talking about. Okay, so we are on February 1st, it says, but we're going to go back a day. So here is Pluto at the 26th degree. Mercury's right next to it, so they're still pretty conjunct. You can be conjunct between 0 to, like, I think it's 2 degrees for that energy. As you see, this RX means it's still in retrograde. Here's Venus. Venus is all the way back at the 11th degree. These two will both come back, especially as Mercury keeps going back a few degrees until Thursday. They'll both come back to 26 degrees and make this conjunction again. The moon just went into Aquarius, so we had all these conjuncting with Pluto a minute ago. There's a sun in Aquarius. This is, why am I lost for words? Saturn in Aquarius. This is Jupiter in Pisces, and here's Neptune in Pisces. So all these, you see the squares are red. The asterisk is the sextile. So this is the sextile between this one, Neptune and Pluto. Because water signs like Pisces and earth signs, Capricorn, are sextile, and so is Mercury. So there's 2 sextile lines here, if you can tell. These squares we'll talk about another time, but they're squaring Uranus, which is up here in Taurus. It's squaring all the things in the other fixed sign, Aquarius. Okay? And here is the moon and sun conjunct, which is why we're getting ready to have a new moon when the moon gets to 12 degrees like the sun is. Hopefully that made sense. Here's the Scorpio sign, because the North Node is in 28 degrees of Scorpio. They're always retrograde. And there's, not the North Node, I'm sorry, the South Node. They look like headphones, so you know the one that's upside down headphones is the South Node. The ones that are right side up are the North Node, and that is in Taurus. They're both at 28 degrees. They just left the mastering number, because they're retrograde. They started at 29 degrees going backwards. That was quick, but hopefully you can understand all that. Most importantly, we are talking about all these things in Capricorn and Aquarius at this time. All right, hopefully I didn't confuse y'all in those 4 minutes. But thank you for listening and going this far. We're not going to probably stretch this too long because I want to get to the new moon as well as a few aspects. So speaking of Mercury, again, it ends on, Mercury retrograde ends on Thursday, and all the planets will be direct. There's no more retrograde for Venus. There's no more retrograde for Mercury. After that, everything is direct until the end of April. So let's have a good time with this. When things are direct, you can see more clear. You can do things more clearly. Things work out. I know I got big plans for when things go in direct, because it is so tough. I don't know if it is for you to get points across, to communicate, to work things out. Everybody's kind of at a back up off me stage. And that could also be because we're in Aquarius season, which is the detachment sign. Like, if you don't like it, leave it alone. All right, Mars and Venus will stay conjunct. So like I showed you, they're at about 6 degrees apart right now, but they will become apart like in the next few days. I mean, they will come conjunct in the next few days and stay conjunct around the same degrees for over a month. And that's seriously important, because that's like boyfriend and girlfriend working things out and getting things done. Short, quick story. Shout out to my boo Trumplican. We have known each other for a while, and we tried to start a relationship over the phone. And it just didn't work. And he's a Virgo sun, Gemini moon and Gemini rising. I'm like, he's all Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. I was like, he's not ready to communicate with me right now. Like, we have great communications. Gemini talks well, Virgo keeps you grounded, and they hold you down, loyal. But it just wasn't working out for us. So we just even talked today, like, yeah, just let's give it some time. And no, it's not me. It's not you. It's just life itself. So anyway, Mars and Venus will move together in Capricorn, and then will conjunct at the exact same degree on March the 3rd, 3/3/22. In Aquarius. They'll both move into Aquarius at the same time. Now, Mars again does all the work, not all the work, but the strenuous work. It's all about energy and your actions. Mars is actually how you manifest things. But in Capricorn, you manifest things a little bit more slowly and planned out. So Mars likes to take action on a drop of a dime. Again, Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. It's Scorpio's previous, because Saturn has a previous ruler, sign that it ruled, and that was Aquarius. But now it's Capricorn. It's the same thing with Mars and Scorpio. Now Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. But I think it's still ruled by both, actually. Because Scorpio is definitely intense like Mars, and definitely transformational like Pluto. But anyway, you want to work slowly towards your goals with Mars being in Capricorn. I had like a little thing I did on TikTok with Mars entering Capricorn. Shout out to vibezzz, who is someone I follow that does astrology and uses these cute little planets. Anyway, it was like the song went, we're gonna Pamela, the name of the planet, the name of Mars named herself Pamela, and she was like, we're gonna Pamela walk through fear this year. We're gonna wake up early and do a little twirly. Like, Mars is that exercise, that active planet. And then the song, bridge of the song was make some goals, lose some rolls. Make some goals, lose some rolls. I don't know if y'all saw that on my TikTok or any of my platforms, but it's just motivational, but like intentionally being motivational. Now, Mars is actually in its exaltation in Capricorn. So Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, but exaltation means like it's privileged guest. Okay, it's like it's at its absolute best in exaltation. Some other signs in an exaltation is the moon in Taurus, which is what Zane has, my daughter. Jupiter in Cancer's Cancer's in its exaltation, and Jupiter's in its exaltation in Cancer. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. And I have that placement. So I can be a little lucky with things I do at home. I felt lucky today when I seen a bunch of kids in masks in their yearbook. I felt lucky and grateful to be homeschooling my child and able to do that for her. And that is what she wanted too. Saturn and the moon in Taurus, meaning like you get a little bit more grounded about your emotions, which is why it's exalted in Taurus. The moon in Libra is not moon in Libra, that's wrong. Saturn in Libra is at its exaltation, because Saturn has to deal with a lot of authority and government stuff, Capricorn stuff, but it's an exaltation in Libra because Libra is fair. Libra is the justice sign, the diplomatic sign. But going back to Mars in Capricorn and the exaltation, the harder you work and kind of map out how you're going to work that hard is a great way to bring some good results in. So if you want it, you go get it. Another example I'll give you is I really want peace in my family, being a Libra ascendant, as well as having the North Node in Libra and my Pluto in Libra. And without getting emotional, my goal is to really buckle down and stop procrastinating with the issues I have with people in my family, especially my mother. So if I want that to happen, I gotta work on it to happen. I just text my Uncle Greg. He's going to mediate us, and we're going to get this started. So anyway, you must be strong with Mars and Capricorn and powerful. And the only way you're going to get that is work towards that. I've been kind of in my Capricorn moon and all these other energies in Capricorn trying to boss up on TikTok and really tell truths that a lot of people have gravitated to and a lot of people have tried to distract me or bring me down about saying. I'm gonna do it regardless. All right, just one more thing about Mars and Capricorn. It's kind of like the swift kick in your rear end to push yourself through certain feelings and make yourself happy. I always stress that the mascot for Capricorn is the goat. And you want to always think of the goat on the mountain. And I've said this several times about having any placements in Capricorn. The goat is going to climb that mountain, not look back, not be worried about how far they could fall, not worry about falling, none of that, and just push itself up till it gets to its goal. If it falls, you best believe it better be all the way dead and hard stopped. Or it's going to try again. So just think of it that way. Push through your challenges and you'll make yourself a lot happier and proud of yourself. You are your savior. This is why astrology is really not as bad as people want it to be. It's not witchcraft. It's tied into spirituality, and a lot of religious people take spirituality as their own, and astrology takes spirituality as its own too, meaning you are your own savior. You can save yourself. You can change your energies. You can manifest things in a positive way by trusting yourself. That's another message that we all have been trying to work on in our social groups, because Aquarius is about social groups and we're in Aquarius season. It's about friends, and we're like finding our new unique friends and where we fit in. So some of the new people that I've met and built friendships with, even online, because Aquarius has to do with technology too. All things new and detaching from old things and trying to find the old things that don't fit anymore. A good thing is that we have been kind of keeping each other up on getting word out, spreading the word about truths, and just how we have to relearn things and how we have not been told by the authority that we are trying to move away from all the truths. And we kind of have to figure it out ourselves and pull away from those old things like history books, like beliefs, and all those things.